I'm going to be doing a speed run of Armored Core Project Phantasma, any percent for you this beautiful, beautiful morning. I have two excellent folks here with me on commentary. First, I have Peaches.
Hey, hello.
And I also have the excellent Chef Lubu.
Good morning.
Or I think I did. I'm sure we'll have him again in a moment. We're going to go ahead and get rolling here. Time will begin when I select the second option here. I should mention that I am playing the Japanese version of the game. And so the reason I'm doing that is because I'm on PSTV, and the only official release of the game on PSTV is the Japanese version. So it's really all about load times. The games are otherwise pretty identical when it comes down to it. So in that case, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. All right, excellent. So,
Начинается
can
ран.
I get a choice
Что
on
мы
the
в ране
color
делаем?
pattern? What color pattern
У нас
am I doing here?
персонализация меха есть. Сначала, как я понимаю, мы выберем цвет меха, что не делается в обычном ране.
All right, well, Duck Hunter it is, folks. There you go. This is our color pattern for it. I'm happy to update it anytime if people want to change.
Это, если что, такой пустынный камуфляж. И теперь мы идем в магазин, покупаем ноги, грудь, сначала продав, естественно, большую часть того, что у нас уже есть. Почему покупаем конкретно эти руки, ноги и оружие? Это связано с тем, что это позволяет нам осуществлять скипы и клипы, потому что нам надо соотношение массы держать с тем, что нужно. И большинство вещей копировалось сразу, потому что у нас ничего не было из частей меха, но руки и голову пришлось копировать вручную, потому что были альтернативные варианты.
Those legs are going to be very important for a reason that we're going to explain pretty soon. So in this mission, there's a whole bunch of these structures, including this.
И сразу же начинается первый уровень, который на самом-то деле статичный автоскролл. Нам надо просто уничтожить базу противника.
The blue train head is worth 1,000, etc. So we're really just here to like farm out a whole bunch of money while we're destroying these enemies. And that was actually pretty decent luck on that walker there. Sometimes those guys will like squirrel away way in the distance, and it takes a long time to destroy them. So that was pretty good. There's also this kind of like field of boxes here. These are worth 500 each, so a lot of money to be made here.
Просто зачищаем всю локацию, ничего сложного.
Nice. Yeah, so our goal is that we need to come away with enough money in order to get by a certain pair of legs. And when it comes to the economy of Armored Core, whenever you're taking damage, you're losing money. And if you're using
вот сейчас рассказывается про экономику, то, что мы копим на конкретные ноги.
So that is, that can be a bit of a problem. I need to exit this mission with a specific amount of money. I need at least 93,000. And good news, folks, we have 96K, so we're good. As Peaches said, we're going to be buying a specific set of legs.
И он сейчас собрал нужное количество денег.
There are 3 ingredients for a thing that we need to do. So we need to go out of bounds. That's what we're building up to. And in order to do that,
благодаря чему мы наконец-то получаем доступ ко всем скипам, которые нужны.
We need wide, big shoulders, so just like the ones that I bought, and then we get fast humanoid legs like these.
Вот сейчас перечисляется все, что нам нужно для того, чтобы сделать скип, выйти в ООБ.
Yeah, so the way that this trick works is that you have your legs, your arms, and your core, and these all work together to kind of like change the way that your core animates as it moves around. And what we're going to do is when we strafe, you can interrupt your strafe animation by
Потому что в Armored Core бой мех билдится с тобой самостоятельно, так что ты можешь составить его так, как тебе нравится. По идее... Да, и ремонт еще стоит всего. Ну вот, сначала ломаем генераторы по заданию. И дальше мы просто игнорируем цель миссии и делаем вот буст и едем в бездну. Нам надо будет в 2 или 3 фрейма, по-моему, кадры. Есть вот здесь вот, видите, стык между землей, он очевидный, да, провалиться вниз. С первой попытки прямо идеально.
As we go underneath the stage, oh wow, that was so sick. That was like almost perfectly lined up. Like that was really, really good. You didn't even have to check the map. Yeah, so nice job. Excellent. So yeah, you land under here and then just destroy these targets without having to go through the elevator or do anything like that. So that was super fast.
Yeah, no, that was very good.
Nice job.
Great work.
Мы сразу падаем в конец уровня, и все, идеально. Хочу заметить, деньги за починку с нас вычитают сразу после конца миссии.
I am the South's biggest Armored Core fan.
Exactly. No, that's why I got you on here. I wanted to have you talk for a second about targeting and aiming in this game, because targeting and aiming are a little weird. They're a little unusual, especially depending on what kind of weapon you have. Could you tell folks about how you shoot things in this game?
Вот сейчас отмечается, что прицеливание в игре довольно-таки сложное.
I thought you were gonna ask me about the lore of Project Phantasma.
No, I gotta ask you about your L1s and your R1s, you know?
Oh yeah, you have to turn the.
Сейчас кто-то надеялся на вопрос про лор, но ему задали вопрос про то, как работает стрельба и аим.
But you know, they got rid of it. It's the Resident Evil turn the whole body to shoot type targeting. It's very it just takes getting used to, and it's something that video game design has pretty much moved away from because it's a little chunky and a little difficult to get used to. But I loved it. But yeah.
Вот сейчас он говорит, что управление дубовое, его немного сложно... Вот, вы сейчас видите, как раннер с трудом разворачивается, чтобы уничтожить вот эту бронетехнику.
I love these games.
Oh, they're incredible. No, we have a great plot detail to share later for that too.
Oh.
But I always have to mention it too, because people are going to see me go up against that in that convoy, you have to destroy the first and third trucks. And someone's like, well, why are you getting so close to them? Why aren't you locking onto them? And the thing is, in this game, things that aren't like enemies,
мы сломали первый и третий грузовик. И получилось так, что второй нам почему-то не надо ломать с точки зрения игры. И мы к ним в упор подошли так, потому что они не считаются врагами полноценными, и автолог на них не работает. Поэтому проще просто упереться в них и расстрелять в упор.
Does not have any lock on, like as sort of just a standard operating procedure.
It definitely reminds me of Space Harrier in the way that you have to just aim in the general direction and hope that the game picks the target you want.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be some fun stuff too, because even the targeting reticle or the lineup that we get for the rockets weapon later is still sort of imperfect. Anyway, also if you want to talk about lore, you can talk about Stinger. This is Stinger's first appearance.
Stinger is your rival pilot, your Raven rival in the game, and he is an employee of the corporation who is trying to wield the Phantasma to become the I don't know what his end goals are. I don't know his motivations. He's just going to become.
В общем-то, после каждой миссии практически по возможности заходим, ну как, после большей части миссий мы заходим в оружейную, чтобы обновить свой арсенал, либо взять что-то под конкретную миссию.
Yeah, so in that previous stage, in the convoy, there was like a decoy VIP that you were supposed to capture, and Stinger was upset that his trap didn't work, so he destroyed the convoy, and now you have to go and get the real VIP, which is here in this laboratory in the underground city Amber Crown. So there's another kind of strafe clip that we're going to do here, very nice. And this level is just disgusting without the clip. It's huge. Really, really frustrating level. But if you do a strafe clip, you can just like boost into this volume that will trigger a cutscene, and then the cutscene puts you in place. So it's actually like it's really, really favorable. And this puts you like 85% of the way through the level.
Yeah, like a lot of other games, there will be a zone
Вот
that once you enter,
старый
it
Armored
activates the
Core.
cutscene, and then being in the cutscene zone also
Вы
places
просто
you in the
зажимаете одну
place after
кнопку
the cutscene.
и стреляете,
So
пока
we're
это не
using that to
сломается.
our advantage here.
Yeah, and once you
Вот здесь
destroy
вот
those
как
two
раз
big
таки Рамер
beefcakes, that's
отмечает,
pretty much like the
что в
only real enemies
катсценах
in this
Armored
entire
Core
level. From here, you just try to escape with Sumika,
вас
who is
начинают располагать в
the
конкретном месте на катсцене.
VIP
То
who
есть
sent out the
катсцены
request
здесь
for you to go and
телепортируют нас, что мы
protest
будем
here,
использовать
because she was
в
captured
качестве
and they were
преимущества
experimenting
для
on her
перемещения по
to
локации.
Implant technology into her brain and merge computers with humans, and now she's trying to escape.
Yeah, instead now for the rest of the game, she's gonna basically, I mean, she's been ARM player and she'll be ARM player for the rest of the game. She'll also continually try to mess up my fights the rest of this run, so look forward to that. So we're coming up on there's an escape sequence here where I'm gonna get into a jet, and this is gonna enter into a long, unskippable cutscene. So Bobby, this is a great time to get some donations.
Вот сейчас вот, кстати, будет переход в длинную такую непропускаемую катсцену.
We have a $25 donation from Zachary Hart saying the Armored Core Trilogy for PlayStation 1 are some of my favorite games of all time. Super excited for this run. We have a $100 donation from Zappa saying, hey PMC, time to engage all the giant robots for the whole week. Let's enter the arena. We have a $10 donation from Archie saying, pretty mobile core, Phantasma Masterclass, what are your theories on what PMC stands for? Good luck with some long-awaited From Software representation. What does PMC stand for?
What does PMC stand for?
Yeah. People should donate to tell me what it stands for, because pmcTRILOGY is not going to tell me. So that's up to y'all. We have an $85 donation from Captain O'Malley saying $5 for every minute that you beat my time on Zone of the Enders.
Это чтение донатов, длинная катсцена, в которой нам рассказывают завязку сюжета. Ну, в действительности это не завязка сюжета, это так. Общее описание того, что происходит в Armored Core Project Phantasma. Я не знаю, и надо пояснить за сюжет, не надо пояснить за сюжет. Но то как бы это до Armored Core первой части. И весь рассказ идет о расследовании комплекса какого-то. Какого-то, потому что у него есть какое-то имя, но я не знаю какое. Потому что никогда этим не занимался и не помню. В общем-то, там испытательный полигон для организации и опасном исследовании, которое называется Project Phantasma как раз-таки. И вот здесь вот мы спасли девушку, которая нам как бы будет помогать во всем этом процессе. Так что все, это весь сюжет. В общем-то, наша цель — уничтожить проект Фантазма. Все. Это весь сюжет.
It's like one of my favorite version differences. But yeah, we're gonna like fall through the void for a very long time and eventually just land. And wow, very nice positioning. Landing right in front of these boxes that you have to destroy.
Вот, кстати, мы сейчас сразу кликнулись к крейтам, которые нам надо уничтожить. И миссия оказалась, как видите, очень долгой.
That's there's a trick in the first Armored Core where you can shoot a grenade launcher out into space and it will destroy your objective at the opposite end of the level. It's a very good trick. We don't have anything quite like that in here, but still a good time. So now we're switching over to a slightly different layout. We got a bunch of levels where what we really need is some more DPS. So instead of instead of having the out of bounds arms, we're gonna go ahead and
Сейчас
swap
мы купили
over
ракет лаунчер
to some machine gun arms. You know, because obviously that's just, you know, if you need more bullets, just turn your
и
arms into machine guns.
переключаемся
And
с
so now we're gonna go ahead and get to
рук,
some good
которые
old-fashioned
позволяют нам в
combat
ООБ уйти,
missions. Starting with Black
на
Gunner, which I'm sure will be
пулемет с
this mission's always a treat because there is a great risk I will
ракетоносным
be punched
комплексом.
out of bounds.
Я сейчас задумался немножко, как это правильно обозначить. В общем, это автоматический ракет лаунчер, и это нам нужно для того, чтобы у нас было больше урона в этой миссии, из-за того, что надо снести кучу противников. Как видите, большую часть мы скипаем по возможности, но обязательные цели надо будет уничтожить.
It is possible to use these dumbfire rockets, but it's pretty hard to aim these because the reticle is not super accurate. Nice, you got one hit there that brings him down to half HP.
Вот, как видите, он стреляет ракетами, но у них нет автолока, поэтому они летят именно туда, куда он выстрелит. Но вот сейчас для нас деньги не важны.
And as soon as those are destroyed, that's the mission. So the high DPS really is going to come in handy here because there's only 7 enemies. It doesn't really matter that we're almost out of ammo just after killing just these 7 enemies. It's just the DPS that matters.
It's nice to see that the heavy arms strategy from Gundam Wing still works after all these years.
Me seeing someone standing still and firing machine guns from both arms, I recognize that fighting style.
That's the best fighting style.
All right, so we have a mission up here that I'm hoping.
Просто просто пронесли миссию дэмэджа, мы получили за нее не очень много денег из-за того, что мы буквально впитывали дэмэдж, что не очень хорошо с точки зрения игры, но нам деньги не нужны уже. Так что мы вот так вот их просто зафармили.
That I really thought for the longest time was a bird. Recently, people have been telling me that this noise is actually a frog. And so we're going to have a moment here. Obviously, while I'm moving around, you're not going to be able to hear it too well. But I'm hoping once we get in position for the ambush, I can get folks in chat to let me know, do you think the jungle noise is a frog or a bird? Do you guys have any takes on this?
I don't know. I've never been in the jungle.
Never been in the jungle?
Yeah, I'm even kind of confused about this level because lore-wise, you're in Amber Crown, which is the underground city. So they just have an underground jungle, I guess, built into the underground city.
Yeah, I think going from the perspective of lore, it has to be frogs, unless there are deep burrowing birds that live thousands of meters under the ground.
Периодически, кстати, в Armored Core будут встречаться заставки вот такого образца, что для игр PS1 было в новинку. И иногда вы, кстати, можете увидеть, как... Ну, под новинкой я имею в виду не то, что они уникальные, такого раньше не было, а то, что вы можете увидеть некоторые нарушения структуры зданий в этих заставках. И периодически вы вот видите, как падает FPS у раннера, как бы теряется FPS, FPS теряются. Это связано с тем, что выстрелы из пулеметов вызывают красивый эффект осколков, такое вот попадание, типа от меха отлетают детали и все такое. Но из-за этого возникает проблема того, что PS1 требуется порисовать условные частицы, из-за чего падает фреймрейт. Так что игра там иногда может работать в 3 FPS.
A lot of these combat sections will involve, of course, knowing where enemies spawn and then moving to those spawn points as quickly as possible, while also trying to manage the ammunition that we're working with. And so here we're going to have a box level, just kind of a box factory type level, where a bunch of enemies are going to spawn in these vents. You can see the one in the intro pan there that was up high on the wall. But there, as Peaches was saying earlier, these machine gun arms are a little limited on ammo, but that's okay because we do want to use our rockets on some of these enemies. That's it's part of what we want. So we always have to be careful to manage our ammunition counts. This level's not too bad, but there will be some ones that could be a little crazy later. All right, so take care of that. We want to destroy this guy below us. Right, so now he's... Oh, no, I didn't get him. This is the hardest part, doing the transition. Where
Мы
he's
уничтожаем
below
противника
you,
под
and then you
нами и
turn
сразу
around,
летим наверх.
immediately get over to this guy.
И все.
Another one's gonna spawn
И
in
здесь
here,
вот
just spawn camping.
вентиляция,
This guy here.
как видите, с ростом мехов, которые должны попадать в вентиляцию, увеличился размер вентиляции, мы должны попасть ракетами в этого человека, в этого меха. И вот в идеальном случае раннер во время полета должен был в него ракетами попасть достаточно, чтобы залететь и сразу его снести, но не повезло, не фартануло. В общем-то, главный злодей здесь под именем Стингер, о котором они периодически говорят.
Straightforward linear story in that, you know, Sumika's your friend, Stinger's your enemy, the bad guys are the bad guys, and they get hosed.
Ну вот сейчас он такой пересказывает историю. В общем-то, Стингер — это враг, плохой парень, плохие парни — это плохие парни, они враги. Мика — это наша союзница, она хорошая, хорошие — это хорошие, и все.
That's going to take place in a nice city. This one is really exciting because there is a chance that we could so overload the game that a RAM message, a RAM warning message would appear on screen.
There's a lot going on here.
That is, absolutely. No, I agree. Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, to me, if you were getting a game to lag, it was a sign that you were actually getting full value out of a game. Like, if the game wasn't lagging, you weren't really getting your money's worth.
This level here is actually like suspiciously tough.
Как он говорит, в детстве он думал, что если игра лагает, это значит, что ты получаешь полную отдачу от игры, значит, все деньги как бы выкладываются на полную, так что это хорошо.
So he's going to stay mobile and use these dumbfire rockets because I think, is this 2 or 3?
They take like 3.
Вот, спамим ракетами. Если что, ракеты наводятся вот по этой красной линии. Вот он сейчас говорит то, насколько полезный тиммейт Сумика, потому что ее оружие не наносит какого-либо урона врагам, но при этом двигает их.
Another thing too, personally, I find it really easy to accidentally trigger a
strafe. Сейчас, кстати, он говорит, что враги довольно-таки сильные, если он будет тратить свои патроны почем зря, то у него они кончатся.
Alright, that was excellent. I only used one rocket. That worked out pretty well.
It's an incredible example of Sumika's helpfulness when she walked in front of the camera behind you and blocked the screen.
Yeah, she's so good at so many things. I'm so proud of her.
Сумика в том, что она проходит прямо за твоей камерой и полностью перекрывает обзор.
There is a way to get her killed, which will soft lock the game. I hope to not do it in the next level.
Yeah, so we're going to be switching back to the normal arms because we're going to be doing some more strafe clips in this upcoming stage. This is another pretty long one that has some really good clips in it.
Yeah, this is another fun one where we're going to immediately clip into a cutscene twice, really. The second time is less precise than the first time. Oh, I should note too, if you were paying attention to the screen during that transition, in the original Japanese version of the game, the name of the bad guy organization is the Wednesday organization. Instead of, in the English it's just Doomsday Organization, but in the original it is the Wednesday organization. So, you know, Wednesdays are bad.
Интересный момент, что в японском языке название организации это Wednesday Organization, а в английском это Doomsday Organization. То есть непонятно, то ли японцы при написании Doomsday ошиблись, то ли Американцы решили, что Wednesday не звучит.
Nice, he just sank right into the cutscene trigger again.
Организация
So in this
среда.
room, Sunika is going to start
Хайпово же звучит.
or disabling a security system or something like that. And then some drones come through the ceiling, and you want to destroy them. And as soon as one is destroyed, it's very similar to Slaughterhouse, where when you destroy one, another one spawns. And I believe that you have to spawn 8.
Кстати, может быть, это просто организация чуваков? И у них все время Today is Wednesday, my dudes.
There is a global total of them. And whichever one you kill, that one's spawn location is where the next one will spawn. And so what we do is we just camp one of the spawns and then ignore the other one that's from the other spawn.
В общем-то, сейчас объясняется о том, что враги спамятся из того места, из того же места, из которого заспамился враг, которого мы убили. Поэтому мы просто кемпим один спот.
And so you want to, sometimes you just have to watch them explode.
Yeah, so now we're going to do another floor clip and do the whole, Pac-Man strats wrap around and go back into the overground, I guess, which is still technically underground, thanks Lord. And that will trigger a cutscene as well. And ideally, this will be in a spot where you will be pretty close to these 3 enemies that spawn in a fixed location. And yeah, this is where if you go in the wrong spot, your core will actually spawn in Sunika's way during a cutscene, and she will fly into you, and you will destroy her.
Yep, she'll just...
and that will
Да,
automatically...
розовый мех.
just get poached.
Замечательно.
But this is pretty good positioning.
Хочу заметить, вы можете даже видеть стыки текстур в заставках. Игра довольно-таки дырявая с точки зрения спидранинга. К сожалению, у нас не всегда подземные локации есть, чтобы пользоваться этой дырявостью в игре.
Make special note of the stars in the sky underground that planes just flew through and are bombing everything.
Yeah,
I like the Wednesday organization. I think that's a nice name.
That's a nice name.
That's a good name.
You would trust them. That's good branding.
If you're called the Doomsday Organization, everybody knows what you're about. You're giving away with, people don't have to pay for that.
Yeah, transparency is important.
Oh, you know what's a fun place to travel to? Skyrim, which is why right now we're going to go to the Nord Highland for the most blinding snow level I've ever. It is actually, this is kind of even more blinding. For whatever reason, me playing this on PSTV makes it like demonstrably worse than playing it on PS2. You can kind of see the hills on PS2. You cannot really see them on PSTV. So I'm like truly snowblind in this level.
Yeah, there's like rolling hills ever. I was surprised when I first saw this on stream. It's actually incomprehensible.
And now I get to share it with all of you. But yeah, this is pretty much just a straightforward combat level. We're gonna deal with this initial wave of enemies and killing them.
Это, кстати, лучшая локация. Абсолютно белая локация, на которой вы почти ничего не видите, но при этом у вас ощущение, что что-то не так.
These enemies here are very tanky, which is why I need to make sure I actually hit them with my rockets, because I want to keep at least like 10 or so rockets for the final boss of this stage. But otherwise, I'm just gonna be moving around and killing things. So now might be a good time if we get some, now that you're finally awake, if we can get some donations.
Yeah, so earlier in the run, we asked people to tell me what PMC stood for, because pmcTRILOGY is not going to tell me. We got a couple. Here, we have a $25 donation from Fuzzy that says potatoes, meat, and cheese.
I like that.
That's good.
We have a $5 donation from Lordly Hour that says
Офигенный босс-файт из-за того, что мы стреляем ракетами. Но это не босс на самом-то деле полноценный. Это просто сильный противник. Из-за того, что мы стреляли в него ракетами, он был засвечен. И на белом фоне его было вообще не видно. Офигенная снежная локация.
Do we got time for some more from your community?
Yeah, please keep going.
Absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Galloway saying, had to donate to commemorate Armored Core GDQ. See you on Rubicon 3, Ravens. We have a $20 donation from Amelia saying, I've been playing through the AC games for the first time after 6 was announced, and it's so cool to see them taken apart like this. Good luck with the rest of the run. And we have a $25 donation.
Мне иногда кажется, что они
saying, "Let's go."
Забыли, что в локации должен быть
And a
виден
$10 donation
объект,
from
потому что если ты подойдешь к сугробу, да, здесь неровная поверхность, если вы этого не заметили, то вам может показаться, что вы смотрите в белую пустоту.
All right, so no one will ever know that I lost the one guy in the snow there, so it's okay.
I didn't see anything.
The little tiny missile boys can get pretty far afield, and when you're in a snowy wasteland, turns out they can just hide behind a hill. So shout outs to that one snowy boy. But hey, at least they have snow, right? That's a good sign for the apocalypse.
At least they have snow. At least they got their frozen world that they so wanted.
Yeah, you know, dreams can come true.
Choice again. Bottom choice here for Screwdriver.
Oh yes, thank you. Good. This level is actually, so earlier we've pointed out that there are levels that are outdoors levels, there are levels that are indoors levels. The indoors levels are ones where you can sort of loop through because there aren't any out of bounds areas. Whereas the outdoor level have like the yellow and red line, right? Like that's just they're like, oh, you can't go beyond here because otherwise you'll fail the mission. What if I told you that there was a level that had both? And you had to sort of navigate between them when doing out of bounds clips. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go through the floor, do a setup here. I'm gonna fall backwards like a trust fall into hopefully what will be a cutscene like this.
Nice.
And then, unfortunately though, we are so close to the bottom of the 3D coordinates that if we were to clip out of bounds here, we're pretty much like there's a way we could kind of like soft do it and like get around. For the purposes of our demonstration here, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the button and then go down this hallway. Going down this hallway is going to take me back to what the indoor part of the level, right? Half of the level is designated as an indoor level, which means that in that part of the level, I can flip through the coordinate system. So, go all the way down the hallway. This is an elevator, and you're supposed to go up and fight through enemies and do all this stuff. But like that would take forever, and we can just kind of flip through the floor here.
I think it's kind of fascinating that it even works that way because you have like no hope
Вот сейчас
whatsoever to
начнется,
reach
да.
the zone out from the floor.
Скип.
If you
Я
were
хотел было сказать начнется, но он сразу получился. В общем-то,
you could only make it to like
мы не можем делать эти скипы везде, потому что нам надо куда-то упасть.
yeah, if you
На
Pac-Man and loop around
катсцен
inside the building, then fall out,
триггер
then it
и
thinks
так
it's
далее.
And it lets us
На
pass
какой-то
through the wall that
объект,
divides them, which is really the key
который
part.
либо
I
активирует
always expect
катсцену,
like,
либо
usually the
содержит в
only
себе
way to do
часть
that
локации, на которую нам надо. Иначе мы просто упадем в бесконечную
What
бездну.
are the implications that they've built one giant armored core-sized button inside that facility that you can press?
They're great. I don't know. I like to imagine that maybe it was like a construction thing. Like maybe you had like a big like guy who operated a suit for labor purposes. Like maybe his name is Bob or something, and he's just going to work pressing the button in his suit, and he's really he's suit certified too. This is a really cool level. It's got like a subway tunnel and these buildings. And like, I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna skip all of it. Like we're just gonna go straight to the end because the end of the level is like right under here.
Вот сейчас самая лучшая миссия, потому что мы скипаем большую часть ее. Оп, все, easy.
Stinger's smoldering remains.
Yeah, there's a boss fight, but like the cutscene is active, so we just go to it, and Stinger's dead. He never even had a chance. Like literally did not have a chance.
Stinger, no!
All right, so we're coming up on the finale here, which I want to give like a brief sort of flashing light warning for this boss. It's not that bad. It's not gonna be like full screen flashing lights. But the main enemy here, the final boss, is gonna have a very distinctive attack. I will also note for whoever's doing the timer, time does not end when the final boss dies. So we still got a little bit before that. But yeah, so this is Stinger in his final form in Phantasma in the sealed establishment Abyss. The first thing that we're gonna do is hit the bricks. We're gonna get out of here because being next to him is very dangerous. When he's doing the laser attack, when he's charging up, and when he's firing it, he is invincible. So this fight, how long this fight takes has a little bit of RNG, which is how many times does he use the laser? If he keeps using the laser, I'm kind of out of luck. Ideally, he's using his missile attacks. That's kind of the preferred thing. There's a chance he'll rush us down, which is also problematic, but...
Офигенный босс-файт.
All right, so we're on a 3-laser fight right now. Which is 3 lasers is fine. He's probably almost dead.
Вся суть заключается в том, что мы поставили лазерную установку, защищающую нас от ракет, летящих в нас, и просто спамим босса ракет-лаунчером.
When the save prompt appears at the end of the game. The good news there is that gives me a fixed amount of time to thank people for watching this run, to GDQ for letting me do this, letting me do Armored Core. When this run was accepted, Armored Core 6 had not been announced. So it's been a real treat to get this run in and then have a new game be announced for the first time in 10 years.
Когда этот ран, кстати, приняли, не было известно еще о анонсе нового Armored Core, так что наш pmcTRILOGY очень сильно ожидает новую часть. Пока идет заставка, таймер не останавливается, потому что не принято так. Хотя во многих других категориях, на самом-то деле, ну, играх, по идее, таймер бы остановили ровно в тот момент, когда вы босса уничтожили, потому что у игрока забирают управление. Но здесь почему-то так сложилось, что смотрят заставку до конца.
Peaches is the one who really crafted them years ago. Peaches has been submitting this run to this event for years, and so that the fact that I'm getting to do it is so much, standing on his shoulders. So thank you. Also, it's going to be time here when the save prompt appears. Time. There we go. That is it for Armored Core Project Phantasma. Hopefully the first of many Armored Core appearances at GDQ. And I think that is it for me.
35-35.
So thank you. Please keep donating. Please keep supporting the event. And have an excellent week.